Guys, lovely ladies and gentlemen, uh, greetings to you. So today we'll be looking at business policy, and we'll be looking at the mission statement component. So we know that the mission statement of every company is composed of 9 components, right? So 9 components. Okay, but mostly we don't see this in their mission statement. So with business policy, sometimes you are told to correct them. Okay. So with business policy, they're actually training you to become a strategist. Okay. Able to formulate and implement and evaluate strategies. Okay. Uh, so today we'll go over the mission statement very quick. So if you have your notebook with you, you can grab it and let's start as I explain. So at the end of this explanation of the 9 components, I'll bring up a question, a past question. Then we'll see how to identify these components and also see how we can improve mission statement of certain companies in the case where we are told to do so. I mean, improvise or restate the mission statement. Okay, so it's supposed to be 9, so we have to know or be able to identify all these 9. Okay, all right, so let's begin. So the first one starts with the customers, and the customers, it looks at or the target audience. So the definition basically for the customers is that the target audience or beneficiaries of the company's products and services. So when we talk about the customers, it basically looks at the target audience or beneficiaries of the company's products and services. An example is here. So if you have to look at any mission statement, you look out for these things. So to serve individuals and businesses in need of financial services. So to serve individuals and businesses in need of financial services. Now, to help you identify the customers, I highlighted or underlined them. Okay, so if you see individuals and businesses in the statement, then they are trying to refer to the customers or potential beneficiaries of the product or service that the company is offering. Okay, so that is that. Then 2, product or service. So the company's primary offerings. So these are what the company is actually either selling or giving out as a service. Okay, an example is providing high quality consumer electronics. So in this statement, you realize that consumer electronics, so the company in question is what either selling electronics or probably providing electronical services. Okay, so if you see a sentence like this, then it is talking about the product or service that the company is in. Okay, especially at this one, consumer electronics. So it shows clearly what the company is offering. Okay, all right, now the market. So the market specifies the geographic location. Okay, so an example is operating in Accra and Dubai. So the geographic location. So operating in Accra and Dubai. So Accra is a location, Dubai is also another location. So in your mission statement, if you see anything like this, where they make mention of a geographic location, then you know they're talking about the market. Okay, all right. The fourth one is technology. So the technology highlights use of technology in the production or service delivery. So in a mission statement where you see a highlight of technology in the production or delivery of service by the firm, then obviously they're talking about technology. So an example is using cutting edge softwares to streamline customer interactions. So the key word here is cutting edge software. Okay, so they are using cutting edge software, not just any software. So cutting edge software to streamline customer interactions. So it shows their use of technology. Okay, so if you see anything similar to this in a mission statement, then you should know they're talking about technology. All right, now the fifth one, let me shift. The fifth one is concern for survival, growth, or profitability. So this reflects the company's commitment to financial stability and growth. Okay, so to be able to spot concern for survival, growth, or profitability, let's look at an example. So it says ensuring sustainable growth to maximize shareholders' value. So if you see anything similar to this, where they are talking about growth, where they are talking about survival, where they are talking about profitability, then you should know that they are looking at the concern for survival, for growth, profitability. Yeah. Okay. So I hope that is clear. So when you see anything of this similar sort, then you should know they're talking about this concern for survival, growth, and profitability. All right. Now the sixth one is philosophy. So philosophy, when we talk about philosophy, we are looking at the values and belief. Okay, the values and belief of the organization. So here it says it emphasizes the company's core values and ethical standards. Okay, so example. So if you are to see anything like this in the mission statement, it says committed to integrity, inclusiveness, and ethical practices. So if you see anything like this or of similar sorts in the mission statement, then you should know that they are talking about what? Philosophy. Okay, so that is that. Then we move to the self concept. Concept talks about the distinctive competence. So whether you use self concept or distinctive competence, we are basically looking at the same thing. And it defines it defines what makes the company unique, okay? It defines what makes the company unique or give the company a competitive advantage. So you see I put here competitive edge or competitive advantage. So that is a self concept or distinctive competence. So in a mission statement, when you're reading a mission statement and you see something like global leader in eco-friendly packaging solutions. So the key word to identify it is the global leader. Global leader. So if you see anything of this sort in a mission statement, then you should know that they are referring to what? The self concept or the distinctive competence. Okay, because that's what they are good at. They are global leader in what per this company in packaging eco-friendly solutions or in eco-friendly packaging solutions. Yeah. So basically that's what they are up to or they are doing or they are good at. All right. Then the eighth one, so concern for employees. Okay. So it reflects the company's attitude towards their workforce. Okay. So example is fostering a collaborative and supportive workplace for our team members. So underline this collaborative, supportive for our team members. So this, if you see this in any mission statement where it's talking about the concern for employees, then you should know that where they're talking about collaborative, being supportive for their team members or for their employees, then you should know that they are talking about concern for employees. I hope I'm making sense. All right. Then the last one, which is the public image or concern for public image. It shows the firm's commitment to social responsibility and reputation. Okay. It shows the firm's commitment to social responsibility and reputation. An example is promoting environmental sustainability through our operations. So through their operations, they are what? Promoting environmental sustainability. So if you see anything of this similar sort, okay, then you should know that they are talking about public image. Okay. So I hope that was quick and we're able to go through it. I hope you remember that and you made your note. So for now, we'll be taking a question, a past question, and we'll see how that goes. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's look at this mission statement of Tema Oil Refinery. Okay. So that is it over there displayed. So you can pause the video, go through, then we start. All right. So I have written down the mission statement of Tema Oil Refinery. And before we can do anything to it, the question says that what we should, you are required to justify whether TOR, which is Tema Oil Refinery stated mission statement, has all the characteristics of a sound mission statement. You are encouraged to restate the mission statement of TOR if, in your opinion, all the characteristics of a sound mission statement have not been met. Okay, so in that case, let us go through the mission statements one after the other to see what we have in there and possibly identify them and see what is missing and see whether we have to restate it or not. Okay. All right. So first, the first part is it says that to ensure adequate and uninterrupted supply of petroleum products. Okay. So the first part, to ensure adequate and uninterrupted supply of petroleum products. So petroleum products talks about what? Can you guess? Yes, they are what? So per the note, what does this mean? So it talks about their offering, okay, which is their product or service. Okay. So we have product or service here. Then primarily in Ghana. Okay. So per the notes that we had, in Ghana means what? Geographical location, right? So Ghana is a geographical location. So which means we have market here. All right. So market. Then mainly through the refining of crude oil in a safe, cost-effective, and environmentally friendly manner. So safe, cost-effective, and environmentally friendly manner. What do you think it's talking about here? So this is the public image, okay? So their public image, their concern for public image. All right. So manner, let me add friendly manner. So let me add this one. Okay. So to increase shareholders' value. So what do you think this one is? To increase shareholders' value. So that talks about what? Their concern for growth and profitability. But you know, this one is not very clear. Okay. It's not very clear. But then they made mention of it. So at the end of the day, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 items. So the components. So let me write present components. Okay, so the present components are what? We have the let me use blue pen. So we have the product and service. So that is one. We have the what? Geographical location, which is market. And three, we have what? Public image. The fourth one is what? Um, Concern for growth or profitability or survival. So we have four components here according to our analysis, which means that there are about five of them that are missing. Okay, so there are about five of the components that are missing in here. So which means that there is a necessity to restate this mission. Okay, so now what are the missing ones? Missing component. I don't know if I spelled it right. So component. So the missing components are what? So first one is technology. So we didn't see technology there. Two, what else? We didn't see concern for employees. Three, we didn't also see philosophy. Four, we didn't see the self concept, distinctive competence. Okay. And the last one, can you guess the last one? Okay. So the last one is what? Customers. So we were able to identify this from the mission statement of Tema Oil Refinery. Okay, but then it lacks this five components, so we have to restate it. So in restating, we ensure that we include all these five components. Okay, all right. So let's start on a clean sheet and state them. So this is how I'll begin mine. So Tema Oil Refinery into brackets Tor. Okay, so you write mission statement. Okay. So we start by saying at Tema Oil Refinery, okay, into bracket Tor, okay, Ghana's leading refinery. Okay, so at Tema Oil Refinery Tor, Ghana's leading refinery, we leverage, okay, we leverage cutting edge technology. Okay, so here you remember when we're going through the mission statement. This brings out our what technology, right? So we leverage cutting edge technology, okay, to ensure the adequate and uninterrupted supply of high high quality petroleum products. Okay, so high quality petroleum products for individuals and industries. Okay, nationwide. So you see, I was able to include leveraging cutting edge technology, okay, which talks about what we use in terms of technology to ensure adequate, uninterrupted supply of what? High quality petroleum products. So here highlights what we are offering, okay? That is our products and services for individuals and and industries nationwide. Okay, so individuals and nationwide over here um shows or highlights our customers. Okay, all right, so we are on point. Okay, then we can add, so we are committed, to refining crude oil. So you know Tama Oil Refinery is into refining crude oil, okay, and separating them into fuel, diesel, lubricant, and all that stuff. Okay. So we are committed to refining crude oil safely. So we borrow from them. Okay. So safely, we borrow from the mission statement. Safely, cost effectively, and in and in an environmentally friendly manner, right? Yeah. So we borrow from them. So over here, we are committed to refining crude oil safely, cost effectively, and in an environmentally friendly manner. So this section shows our public image, okay, our concern for public image. So cost effectively and in an environmentally what friendly manner. Okay. Yeah. So we end there. Then we continue by saying we what? Upholding. So upholding ethical practices. Okay, ethical practices. So upholding ethical practices fostering fostering inclusiveness for our employees, right? Or our team, our employees. And driving sustainable growth. Okay. Driving sustainable growth for our shareholders. So, upholding ethical practices, fostering inclusiveness for our employees, and driving sustainable growth for our shareholders. So here, I'm trying to bring out the other part. So upholding ethical practices talks about our belief, okay, which is the philosophy aspect. Fostering inclusiveness for our employees, talking about concern for employees, right? And driving sustainable growth for our shareholders. Okay. And so let me add remain our top priority. So this is just by the way. Okay, so at the end of the day, we have all the 9 components here. Okay, so we are Ghana's leading refinery. So Ghana's leading refinery, which talks about our distinctive competence. Okay, so that is one. We are using cutting edge technology over here. Cutting edge technology. So that is 2. Okay. Then to ensure adequate and uninterrupted supply of high quality petroleum products. So petroleum products. That is 3. For what? Individuals and industries. So individuals and industries. That is 4, right? So nationwide. Now, nationwide, it started with Ghana. So nationwide becomes our 5. So the whole of Ghana. Okay. So that is our location. Then we are committed to refining crude oil safely, cost effectively, and in an environmentally friendly manner. So all this safely, cost effectively, whatever, safely, cost effectively, and in an environmentally friendly manner, all forms what? The public image. Okay. So public image. So all this makes up the 6. Okay. Then upholding ethical practices. So ethical practices talks about what? Our belief, right? That makes up the 7. Fostering inclusiveness for our employees. So for our employees, inclusiveness for our employees. Okay. So it shows our concern for what? Employees. So that is 8. Okay. Then we drive sustainable growth for our shareholders. So sustainable growth, not just growth, but a sustainable one. So sustainable growth for our shareholders. Okay. That makes up the 9. So that answers the question. So if we are to refine it, this is how our answer is going to be. Well, everyone is entitled to his opinion. So you can also take a look at the question and restate it in your own way using your own words. Okay, so this is mine. Okay, so if you have any other contribution or suggestion, you can leave it in the comments. Okay, all right, so until then, we meet again.